Okay, my client Jack and I have been working together for over 4 months now, okay? In the first 4 months that we worked together, he has gained £6,200, which is been brought in as an average of £620 every month, added on to his monthly recurring revenue. So he's got 6,200 already total earned since we were working together. He has adding regularly £620 to the business, which goes up as we get better because everything compounds, because this is what he's adding on in new business. So this is always going to get more. That's 14 clients up. So in 4 months, he's brought 14 clients into the business. 4 months. Okay. So how has he done that? How do you bring in 14 online coaching clients and earn this kind of money and add this kind of money on every single month? Because we're not just bringing in 14 and stop it. We keep going. And if we're taking in on average, what's that over the 4? An average of 4.5 clients, 4.5 clients each month. If he's taking on an average of 4.5 clients, fun fact, he onboarded 5 last week. If he's taking on 14, 4.5 each week, each month, how do we do that? Because that's a big achievement, right? If you could bring your online coaching business up by a client every week and then retain them, because that's the key, okay? So I run Jack's email marketing for him, okay? I send 3 or 4 emails a week, so he's essentially got 1 email going out every other day, okay? He invests into me, into his business. I run the marketing for him, meaning he has more time to coach those new clients and onboard those new clients, to nurture those new leads and to bring them into the business. So let's talk about the marketing ecosystem. So you have marketing ecosystem in your business, right? And your business, if it includes email marketing, will look similar to Jack. So Jack has his social media posts. Maybe they're on Instagram, maybe they're on Facebook as well. He's also on YouTube. There are his YouTube videos. He has email marketing, as we discussed. He's got his direct messages as well. He's also guiding people through to WhatsApp. He's got landing pages that we've built to drive people into the service. All of this stuff that's going on is all contributing and all adding touch points. So if somebody is interested in Jack's coaching service, they're not just reading one email and going, yeah, you're the guy for me. They're not seeing one Instagram post and going, yeah, I'll go pay him a few £100 every month. They are seeing all of this, and it all works in tandem. So Jack has a choice of where he's going to put his time, okay? Another one of these as well is client referrals. Big, big, big point here, because Jack will get more client referrals. He will also retain his current clients for longer. Everybody will be happier if he manages to keep hold of them. Now, how will he do that? He will do that by doing as little of this other shit as possible. Because the more time he spends here, which is the only bit that solely relies on him, and to some extent, not even that solely relies on him, but if you're going to outsource parts of your business, that's the bit you outsource last, the actual coaching, right? Because the actual coaching is what you do, it's your brand, right? The only way to outsource that is to become some kind of agency, and then you're changing the complete, landscape of your business completely. So this is how we do it. I run Jack's emails for him. I make sure that every single email has a goal, right? So the goal of your Instagram posts and your Facebook posts will be, are you bringing more eyes onto the page, okay? Or are you driving people down the sales funnel? So people go on these Instagram and Facebook posts and they see things they like. Then come down to Jack's landing page, and his landing page says, oh, here's a free thing, right? But the free thing isn't shit. The free thing is always really good. Current free thing is a full webinar on how to prep for a photo shoot, which you can also apply to a mock bodybuilding prep. That's high level information. His clients are intermediates wanting to become advanced. It's perfectly placed, perfectly positioned. It's something they want. It isn't a shitty recipe book. It isn't a sign up to an email so you get my regular stories. It is, here's something you want. If you want it bad enough to give me your email address, let's go. And that's how it works, okay? So we've got Instagram posts, we've got Facebook posts, driving people into landing pages, YouTube videos, that's all going backwards and forwards, driving people into landing pages. The landing pages drive people into either the DMs or his email marketing. Don't remember what this other one was. But his DMs or his email marketing. People can reply back to the email marketing if they like to, but odds on they're not going to, right? And this is the thing a lot of coaches get wrong, is that they'll say, my emails aren't performing. They'll go, my emails aren't performing. I'm sending all these emails. I'm not getting anything from it. I'm going to stop. And all of a sudden, this route disappears, right? So then this landing pages then becomes redundant because you're not getting anything further from it. You're not continuing the journey. Everything stops here. And when everything stops here, your DMs and everything else, the ecosystem is essentially just a one-way machine because you're just putting content out and people are receiving that content and going, thank you very much. You're not putting that content out and saying, oh, by the way, but do you want to know a little bit more? Do you want, you know, you're not putting feelers out. You're not sparking as much interest. And this is why the whole thing works together. You can absolutely build a business just off social media. There are a lot of very good coaches, a lot of obviously pro bodybuilders and you know, people who know their shit. Not saying that you don't if you haven't already got this business model, but some people don't need it. Some people have other things going on, right? But I'd argue the fact that if you're a pro bodybuilder and you're also a coach, your funnel doesn't need to be self-made because you're already a pro bodybuilder. People already know who you are. And to get to that level, you have already interacted with so many people and your knowledge is then, you know, you've got that reputation, which is then funneling people into the business, right? So you don't need to do all of this legwork. And the barrier that most people face, right, is they will come to this point, coaches, right, and they will go, he's not doing that. Why should I do that? Oh yeah, but he says this, so I'm not going to do it, right? And that's cool because that works for them because they've got the reputation, they've got they've got the surrounding, they are in the position to do that, right? But that's them, not you. Okay? If your business isn't at that level, then why the fuck would you not do everything you possibly can to get it there? Okay? And all of this shit is part of it. Whether you like it or not, this is all part of it. This is marketing, right? And whether you agree with it or not, right, from a small business perspective, right, the giant companies are doing it, okay? You don't, you know, Coca-Cola is still advertising Coca-Cola. Why? Because marketing is the ecosystem, right? And they can rely on people walking into a shop and seeing Coca-Cola and going, I'll have some of that. Or they can make sure that people walk into a shop thinking, where's the Coke? Now, one of them is going to drive up business. They would still sell Coke if they didn't do all of this shit. But they'll sell a lot more Coke if they do, okay? So if you want to grow your business to these kind of levels, you don't just rely on these bits, okay? I was asked the other day, what are the best coaches? The coaches who are getting the most out of email marketing. In my world, the ones who I know, what are they doing, right? I mean, obviously they're hiring me to do their emails because that's the common denominator. That's a given, right? But what are they doing to get these kind of results? They are investing in new landing pages. They are investing in new lead magnets. They are constantly putting out high quality content and they are outsourcing the shit they don't know what to do. So Jack pays me to handle this bit. I handle this bit of his ecosystem, which brings clients in overall, okay? 14 plus. I'm not saying that all 14 of them came from emails, right? I don't know if anybody direct responded to his emails because that's not the point. The point is that these people have an in, right? And when we trigger people to make an inquiry, think logically, right? If you've spoken to somebody on Instagram before and you're sending them emails and all of a sudden you send an email and it triggers them and they're like, you know what? I want to know more. Are they going to reply to an email and they're going to write to you and go, hi, Sean, thank you very much for your email. I just wondered if I could have a little bit more information. Or are they going to go back to the open DMs and they're going to say, hello, mate, can I ask you something? They're going to join where the conversation is. And the most natural place is the DMs. If they've got your number or if they know you in person, they'll do it that way. It doesn't mean that these don't play a key part, okay? Because all of it plays a key part. You cannot just isolate your leads to, I get all my leads from Instagram, or I get all my leads from YouTube, or my landing page converts at such and such, because it all works together. And the more you do right, the more you do better, the quicker you'll get these kind of results.